20 seconds.
Hey, you can show a little bit more of me. Yeah, cool. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Man, thought we weren't gonna be able to do this stream on the YouTube, so went to the IG. Man, appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna get ready to go into the intro real quick, and then we're gonna come back, gonna get started. We got Coach coming up. We get ready to send him the link so he can join. For Ross Elite, as y'all can see, Ross Elite has been a very supportive organization. They get ready to come on, and let's go to commercial first, and then we're gonna get into it. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to National Sports Chat, man. As life, try to throw you obstacles, sometimes, man, that's what happens. But look, before I start this, man, I definitely want to say something. I had lost a friend who was a Marine veteran, and I wasn't going to do this show, but I had to keep going. I had to keep fighting because the last time I had lost a friend earlier in this year, and I went maybe about 6 weeks without doing the show. So this time I wanted to continue to keep it going as he wanted me to, and so I definitely I'm a little hurt right now, so just to say the least, but y'all worked it. Y'all gonna help me get through my pain. And as we always do, leave a comment in the comment section if you want something to be read. We got a coach that I seen some of his work, and I definitely have a lot of admiration. I think he teaches a lot of the core principles that I like. So I'm gonna try to share some of that with you. I'm not gonna play the full extent, but without further ado, we're gonna bring Coach on now. Hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. What's going on, Ken?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to hurdle all obstacles.
hmm
We wasn't able to get on, when we supposed to, but we on, man. So
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully we can, get them some very insightful information. But go ahead and introduce yourself for those who don't know you.
All right. I'm Darrell Steen. I'm the executive director of Brand of a Champion and offensive coordinator for Ross Lee Longhorns. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said,
Okay.
how long have you been coaching?
Oh, I've been coaching. I've been coaching almost my whole life, but I used to coach basketball. I got into coaching. I got into played some football in high school, but I got into the learning of behind the scenes of the game when my buddy Ross made it to the league. I went up to New York and was interested in coaching high school ball, so I went up there to learn how to break down game film. So he gave me the opportunity to learn how to break down NFL game film with him when he was with the Giants.
Oh, that's nice. So far as the coaching, what is some of the things that you require from a player that they must have in order for you to even entertain them?
Oh man, number one is the attitude. You got to have a great attitude, and then you have to be committed. Um, for basically all the players we've had this year, the number one thing we ask the parents to be is committed. We know obstacles will come up. throughout the season and throughout their lives. But as long as they're committed, and you follow through with the consistency, you'll complete the task at hand.
Definitely. So I know that I'm just now getting familiar with the organization with Ross Elite. And we had some of you guys kids came up
Yeah.
here, and they were, I say, modest,
Yeah.
right? Because I know what they really wanted to say, but they were respectful to the game, which I definitely admire. I have a lot of admiration for. And then not only that, they were just basically just saying like, okay, we're gonna beat everybody, but they were being respectful about it, as opposed to, some of the kids that I had, they just up front, So, what is some of the things that you teach them, as far as preparation with interviews and stuff like that?
Well, we haven't got too in depth as far as our interviewing process. It kind of got cut short with the Hurricanes in New Orleans. So we have a process that we have with the kids, a plan basically on how they can be successful in life. And each week we play and each week we practice is a step towards the end goal for them to be successful young men on and off the field.
And okay, so y'all supposed to have a player, right? That everybody speculate about, which is Kiki. I believe last name Palmer, if I'm not mistaken.
Kelly.
Kiki something. I forgot.
Rocky Kelly.
I mean, not Palmer. Kiki. What is it?
Rocky Kelly.
Kiki. Okay, so yeah. All right, so he's supposed to be a part of the organization. Is that, as I asked the kids, the players, are they supposed to be joining like in October, or is it sooner? When are you guys expecting him to be a part of the organization?
Yeah, he's a part of the organization. We've been introduced to Kiki through one of his mentors, who introduced us to his mom. I think at the end of last year. We had the opportunity to talk to his family. So besides the football part, he's a part of our nonprofit organization where we help him prepare to be successful in life, whether he has football or not. According to the football side, he's in a city where they don't allow dual sports. So if you play football during the football season, you're not allowed to play outside of your school until after your season is over. So he'll be joining us the last week of October.
Oh, so it's the last. Okay. Man, I looked at y'all schedule, and I definitely appreciate the fact that the belief in the kids that you guys have, to where the schedule that y'all have is a very intense, hard. Man, I'll be very impressed if y'all make it, to be undefeated type of schedule. What was it like, far as like making those type of games happen? Like, because I know there's some teams who don't want to play teams that are, I guess, not on the radar, as they would say, but that's dangerous to them. So like this season, we've been having a lot of teams forfeiting, backing out, and I'm sure that you understand that, because y'all just had that experience. I believe last week, where y'all had it supposed to be AVA on the schedule, and then y'all wasn't able to make that game. So what is it? What is the things that you what am I trying to say?
Like, how do we decide to put this schedule together?
Yes.
Games? Yeah.
Yes. What was some of the things that you guys were looking at, like in a process? Do you already felt like y'all was ready even before assembling a team?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, even from the team we had last year, we didn't have as many I would say, seasoned football players last year, but we had the foundation there. We had a great quarterback. We had a great core O-line, core D-line, and a couple pieces in the secondary that we knew, if we got some of those, if we got the trenches intact, or just a piece here and there, we can play with anybody. But besides that, you have the head. It starts with the head. So when your head coach is a former NFL pro, Jim Thorpe Award winner, Super Bowl champion. There isn't. I'm kind of I'm taken back sometimes that in this youth sports world when they give, which we take advice from anybody, but there's a lot of people who offer up advice to Ross, and I sit there like he's he has more football experience in his left foot than a lot of these people have that's offering advice. But I digress. But I lean heavily on the experience. I mean, down a touchdown in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, right? And we go on the field and we play a youth game. I think the stakes are a little bit different in comparison to each other. So we never gonna be shook. We're never gonna be shook as an organization going and playing somewhere. So, and I think the kids feed off of our confidence and experience. So they'll never be shook either.
Yeah, so you definitely feel like the level of experience that you guys have it gives y'all that edge to basically compete or beat any team.
Definitely. I mean, we got a group of smart kids. So I mean, those guys being able to translate what Ross and I are telling them on the field, the kids know one thing, that prepared people are never scared. Right. So they step on the field more confident than probably the opposing coach. I'm just gonna tell you like that. Like those kids are learning from Ross, and they're learning more of the game than some of the coaches we play against. I'll just say it like that.
Okay. So we had, like I said, I spoke about this just a little bit about the ABA game, right? I had some of the players who was on here, the quarterback and Nasir, and I actually knew Nasir and Jordan before they went over there, because I filmed a lot of games for Welcome All Panthers, so I'm very familiar with them. So that just let me know that you guys have an addition of players with experience on the highest level. So I know by default they bring leadership. So what are some of the things that you see in those gentlemen that's rubbing off on the team in general?
Well, first I'll say it's we call them the welcome all crew. It started off with, I think, two of them, two or three welcome all players we had. One thing I can say is that Sean, I don't know Sean personally. I've never met him, spoke to him, but he did a great job. Whatever he did to these young men, he did a great job instilling the confidence in them for them to feel that they can walk on the field and be prepared to play anybody. So I do commend him on that. And then it starts with their parents. Something I would like to acknowledge is that they have a great set of parents with those kids. All those kids have great parents. And from the parents and what Sean gave them, they're leaders. A lot of them are leaders, man. Nasir is one of the smartest players that I've ever been around as far as on defense. Him and Ross click very well. Jordan is what college coaches or NFL coaches look for in a player. He has a motor that, those high motor guys. He's a high motor guy that you see run. He starts on one end and he'll chase the play down all the way to the other side. He'll never give up. So that we ended up with a couple more of the welcome all kids. A young man by the name of Durrell. I think he's overlooked because of his stature, but he's a Swiss Army knife. He does everything for Ross. He plays nickel, he plays corner, he plays safety, he plays linebacker. He can put him anywhere, and he's smart. All of those boys are smart, man. They're very smart.
Yeah, I seen it. The quarterback, he was definitely, very modest when he got on. But I can tell he has a killer instinct. He's very motivated. He's a person that wants to win, as everybody does. But you could tell that he's a little higher on the level as far as the thinking, because he's like, man, I study film. So those who study film, are to me automatically a step up, because most kids don't, especially at that age.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I say, do you have a sense of reading defense? He didn't want to give me the technique, and I didn't want him to give me the insight that he have, because that's his gift, his talent. But he was saying, like, he know how to read defense. So I was asking you guys, I was asking them, do he have a little leeway to call up audibles, once he sees something that, that you guys may not see or call? Do you guys give him that leeway, or do y'all leave it up to
Yeah.
him, or you strict this off what
No.
y'all
Yeah.
call?
No. I've coached K for 3 years now. So the play, he's kind of evolved with the playbook, and yeah, there's a couple calls where he's calling it. He has his options, kind of like if you remember, some people may remember Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning walks to the line with 2 calls. He has a pass play and a run play. So it's kind of similar to that. K goes to the line with a couple calls, and he kind of goes off of. He knows how to read the defense. He knows his responsibility. So he looks at the defense and he takes what they give him.
So when you guys, far as like your teaching style, are you guys teaching them just step by step, like meaning that are you guys just prepping them for high school, or for
Yeah.
college as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're definitely, the next step is high school. So we have great relationships with local high schools, and we kind of depending on the area we're in, we install that offense. So, if our quarterback is in a district or in an area with a certain high school that they know they're going to go to, we'll adopt that offense or that terminology so it translates over well when he goes into high school the next year. Our goal is for all of our kids to play varsity as freshmen.
Right.
Or at least finish off their freshman season on varsity, play those 6 games and then finish on varsity. We want them to be knowledgeable enough to be able to do it. Some of them aren't physically capable because just their stature and size, but the ones who are physically capable, we want to give them the tools mentally to be able to transition into varsity ball after the freshman season is over. Not the year, but after the freshman season, they need to be moving up to varsity.
Right, absolutely. So you guys don't have a 14U?
No, we don't have a 14.
Okay, so it ends here. And
Yeah.
okay, so the preparation. But no, that's definitely commendable, because like there's many coaches, and I had my cousin who used to start over Marshawn Lynch, and I've shared this before. And the difference was that Marshawn had a group of mentors. He was taught the right way. He was given right instructions. They was telling him what to expect, the expectation, versus my cousin. He just was solely off pure and raw talent. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the importance of giving them that insight, for the preparation for the next phase, because a lot of times they don't know. These kids don't know. So
Yeah.
kind of how, like you mentioned, Sean prepared them for the next level to now where they meeting you guys' expectations. That's not the case all the time. Sometimes the coaches just allow a player to be, if they supersede the level of play, they just allow them to be just that player, a very talented player, but they don't mold it. They don't help them. So when they go and they finally have to put structure to it, they're not as successful. So what do you say to those type of coaches that just that don't teach the kids?
Man, I mean, I wouldn't say that they don't teach. I think it's just a different way of doing it. I think what they say, people that want to be successful, you give up the success for today for the success for tomorrow. So some people just want to win today. They want to win right now. And it's more of a personal thing for them a lot of the times. But the long-term success comes from preparing that young man for the next level. So they're, our team, as big as they are, strong as they are, fast as they are, we could just hand off the ball and beat a lot of teams simply like that. But it wouldn't develop the other positions, right? Your O line wouldn't know pass pro. Your wide receivers wouldn't know the route tree. Your quarterback wouldn't know how to read. He wouldn't know, when a linebacker's in the apex or not. There's things that he would have the disadvantage, right? So when he walks up there to that freshman campus, when it's three other quarterbacks that came from three different schools, coach is going to play the guy who knows what to do, not who's
Absolutely.
physically capable, but first you have to be mentally capable to do it. If you know how to do it, then you already have an opportunity to win. So I think those guys that aren't teaching for the future, for the kids, for high school, I think they'll kind of dwindle away. Like I said, I see my little cousin Jaden Rodriguez plays for the 10U Rare Breeds team, and they run a spread offense.
Yeah, that's
They,
my guy.
they're basically running a spread at 10 years old, and my little cousin,
Yes.
you know, is well versed in route running and route concepts. So him going to that program fits him because they're constantly teaching, right? And I wouldn't want him to be anywhere else where he's not learning. So the guys that aren't teaching that way, I think they're gonna slowly vanish.
Yeah, speaking of 10U Rare Breed, I have first I just had them just in a league of their own. But
Mm,
then I've seen Trauma Unit, they're coming up. They're looking very superb. They clicking now and they're starting to build that camaraderie amongst
mm,
each other. It's funny that you say that because I actually was thrown back when I seen how they were running formations, and I'm like, hold on, is this 10U? I said, literally, is this
yeah.
10U? I couldn't believe it, and the person that helped me get started was the coach who's running that formation, who's doing the offense,
Mm,
Coach B Jack. He helped me get started with the whole youth thing.
mm.
And I commend him. So every chance I get, man, I shout him out
Oh
because
yeah.
he introduced me to a lot of people, and which is turned out to be a blessing because I met a lot of genuine people such as yourself. I met Coach Mark. I met a lot of people, Coach Shine, and so I just was able to meet a lot of kids, teach them a few things, show them a few things, and then also do things like this, which is build a platform that's designed for them, to come on to speak, to talk youth sports, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely appreciate Coach B Jack, man. And
Yeah.
y'all got some games coming up, man. Y'all got a game coming up. So let's talk about it, man.
Yeah.
We had to get into this.
Yeah.
So y'all got camo.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Talk
got
to me, coach.
Yeah, we got
Talk to
camp
me.
Saturday, 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. I think at Mills Park. I think at Mills Brown Park. Let me check. Let me see. I'm not familiar with too many areas out here, not being from Georgia, but I think it's Mills Browns Park or something like that. Yeah, should be. I think it'll be a highly anticipated game. I'm hoping. I mean, what I expect. Uh, I man, I think we 2 touchdowns favorites on anybody in Georgia, man.
Hey, coach. I gotta be frank. I
Yeah,
did have the loop over y'all. I do, but I don't think y'all played
yeah.
the loop.
Nah, we
But
don't play the loop. We don't play the loop.
I'm hoping y'all can make that happen. I don't
Hey,
know, like
if
it's
they
supposed to
if
be
they get the logistics right, we can definitely make it happen.
okay, yeah, because I need to see that. That's why I call the show matchmakers,
Yeah,
because we got some games, man, that need to be had. But I ain't gonna get too far off of it
yeah,
yet.
yeah,
Y'all also got the team that's considered number one in the country, LA
yeah. LA
Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah, the week after this. Yeah, the week after this. Yeah, like I said, anybody come to Georgia, man, we're 2 touchdown favorite, man.
Hey, y'all hear? I didn't say that. I did look.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
I
man.
did say
I'm telling
Duluth, but I didn't. But hey, look, man, coach. See, that's the thing, man.
So let me ask you this question.
He can actually teach
Let
the
me
kids
ask
and
you.
prep them for the game. I can't.
Have you seen the Rampage play?
I seen them play last year. Now, if they anything what I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
with the quarterback and stuff like that, I
They
think they
could.
have a
Nah, they
chance.
solid.
Now, I have never seen Ross Elite play. Now, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be going to the game
Saturday.
for this Saturday.
Yeah.
So, we'll be filming, but I haven't really seen them play outside of, last season.
Do you think Duluth can beat LA Rampage?
I think so.
So I'm
I
gonna just
think
say this.
honestly, I had Duluth number one in the country. And I don't, this is the one thing I don't agree with. Even
Mhm.
though Camo, they're my guys.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be on here next week. I
Mhm.
was gonna have them on this week, but I already had committed to somebody else.
They may
But
cancel. They ain't gonna want to talk to you after this weekend.
you hey, all right, coach. Look,
Look, hey,
I might gotta have you back on. I don't know.
yeah,
You
hey.
know what I'm
Now
saying? Because I
I'm
don't know. Like,
I'll say
I,
this. Look, if you think Duluth can beat LA Rampage, Duluth is a great team. Those boys, they dogs. I think the reason you think they would win is because they got those two ends, right?
nah, I think they have a lot of cohesiveness together.
True.
I think they've
True.
been
True.
together, and I think that plays a role in
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of people, like far as like Tucker. Tucker, I had them beating RDU, right? This is 12U. I had
Mm-hmm.
them beating RDU when a person came on. It's like, nah, we gonna beat them. I said, nah, man, Tucker, they've been playing on the same team for a very long time.
Yeah,
So the
Kim.
coach knows what to say to them to get them going. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you know a player, it's certain things that you could tell them, to kind of get them going, which is what you have with the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know the quarterback. Even if he's not having his best game far as to his standards,
Mm-hmm.
certain things to be like, hey, look, man, I know you ain't playing how you play, how you usually play, but this in the third,
Yeah.
to get him going. So
Yeah.
like that's what I think that they have, and
Yeah.
then like last year, I thought they would have won it if they would have went. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to see it.
So my opinion on that is that I think a lot of people think Duluth is a great team, but I think they think they'll win because of they got two of the best players I think in the country, with Tyler and Deuce.
Mhm.
It starts and it ends there. Now they got a lot of great talented pieces around it. They have a lot of good talented pieces around it. I'm not gonna throw the great word around that much. They got two great players in Tyler and Deuce, and I like the kid. That middle linebacker is a dog. I like him.
Mhm.
Anthony kid, but we have a kid. Like I said, we got a kid named Jordan Carter, and we got another DN named Solomon Fabian. I think those two are the best two DNs in the state of Georgia, and I put them up against anybody. And besides those two, I got a D tackle named Julius Dumas, who's 6'4", 270. They don't got that. We
Hold
got
on, bro.
our secondary is averaging 5'10". They don't got that. Our
Yeah.
receivers are averaging 6'2", 6'3". They don't
I
got
think
that.
Duluth is about probably like 6'1" on average, coach.
Nah, man. Nah. You talking about
Hey,
Deuce and
well,
Tyler.
look, all right,
You
I'm gonna
talking
say
about
this.
Deuce and Tyler, man.
And look, and is number 7, who
And
used to play for Welcome All.
he almost 6 feet. He almost six
Yes,
feet.
he's
Yeah.
about 6. So I see the average person about his height. So that's why I went with that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But like they don't have nobody 6'4", but
But none of that matters. What I'm saying is that those kids that we have kids that are equal to or better than the talent that they have, along with the coaching. It'll be a dogfight between us and them. I think we'll edge them out for the simple fact that I think our offense is more evolved and the level of competition. Them being ranked nationally, I'll say this: teams that are playing national schedules are having a dogfight every week, right? So they run the risk of losing a game every week. Duluth never runs the risk of losing the game. So I wouldn't even compare Duluth to a team that plays a national schedule because it's not the same. That's like the national schedule teams are having title fights every week. Duluth fights a title fight once a year. Right? So if I fight one fight a year, you got a high chance of winning compared to the team that fights a title fight 4 times a month.
Wait, you don't think much of SS Ducks?
Coach, tell them that.
All right, so I'll run that down for you too. Let me run it down.
Coach, let them know they ain't Floyd, man. They ain't Floyd. You can't.
They ain't exactly. They not Floyd. So look, you gotta go out there and fight. So the rankings just came out, man. The next gen, the seal, all that stuff. I heard the guy explaining on the seal, which I love and respect the opportunity he gave us, Darren. I respect everything. Us being wherever we ranked, I'm cool with it. But he said that he thought that the game we played against Miami Gardens, it was a tie basically, right? We won off of penetration or whatever. And he said that they were beating us until their offense made a mistake, and then the game turned around. Well, to that, I'll say this. They came out 14-0 on us, right? First half. We made an adjustment. They didn't score any more into the fourth quarter. We went up 21-14, right? So I don't know how he think, and the 2 touchdowns they had late in the game were blown coverages, right? So if we played them again, which I'm open to it, they don't stand a chance in my eyes. They don't stand a chance. We played the SS Ducks. SS Ducks scored off of an interception return, a kickoff return, and a running back on a swing play, breaking 15 tackles and scoring. Interception return, kickoff return. Their offense scored 1 touchdown. If we played them again, these are our first 2 games playing. If we play them again, no bueno. 4 touchdown game. They probably won't score. Either of those teams.
Hey, Coach. So we go as we always do for those who take the time to come in. We always go into the chat. Read their comments. But I want to ask you this question: what do you feel? Being that Camo is ranked higher than y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What is your thoughts?
I like it. I actually like it. I like it.
I mean, I seen them play. I think that they're definitely a great team. I want to say great team. I think they're a good team. I really do.
They got some talent. I tell you that. They got some talent. It's important talent to win games.
Their core is defense. That's the one thing I like about them. They kind of hard nosed. So that's the one thing
they got talent.
I feel like they bring. And I know you probably may not think much, Coach, but they won a 14U lead.
What?
In Central DeKalb. They went they went to a this little tournament.
Come on, man. Winning it. Come on, man. Come on, man. I seen that, man. Come on, man. Those kids are playing in Academy mesh jerseys, man. Come on, man.
No credit?
Come on, man.
I mean, it wasn't the best talent. I say that.
Come on, man.
I mean, it did sound good for those who didn't know.
Look, I don't know who besides the recreational teams in Georgia, and I'm like I said, I'm new here, man, and I got respect for all these guys. I love all these guys. One thing I've learned, man, is the banter and the back and forth in the youth sports world, with especially Georgia, man, is they make it good for TV. All right, so I love it, man. I love it, and I want to help these guys out as much as I can, doing whatever I can to help them. But I seen Camo play one real team this year.
Oh, the one they lost?
You said it, not me.
Yeah, that was kind of. I mean, it was close. It wasn't a blowout.
Hey, we had some close games that we didn't lose.
Ain't doing no losing.
Hey, I mean, I look.
That's what you gotta understand.
Hey, man.
But they see, that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, man
they never been known.
Shoes, man. Close don't count.
Yeah, but they never been known for for their offense. You know what I'm saying? They've been known for the defense. It was some mishaps. But let's go into the some of these questions.
Yeah.
Now go to Amari K. Amari 2K. Yeah. One more. Yeah, he says CAA 13U is pretty good. Have you seen them, coach?
Yeah, we played them.
Y'all are also, y'all already beat them.
Yeah.
All right, go to the next one. He said, is Kiki coming back to play with y'all? Yeah, he answered that earlier.
Yeah.
It says, what are y'all ultimate goals for a brand of a champion in Ross Elite Longhorns?
Oh yeah, experience and exposure, man. Those are the ultimate goals. Giving these athletes the man, like I said, all these teams we play, they got great talent on it. I wish I could take all the best talent in the state of Georgia and provide them the opportunity that we have for these young boys. We're sponsored by Nike. We got Coca-Cola sponsorships. We take them to North Carolina. We taking them to UT. They're visiting campus, meeting college coaches. And all of this stuff is sponsored. These kids were handpicked. They didn't have to pay to be on this team. The goal is to get these boys the blueprint to be successful without sports. That's paid education, free education. That's the goal.
He says, how did Coach get to where he's at? He said, what was his journey and what's some jewels or motivation to give us as we're coming up?
So how I got here is perseverance, man. A lot of people don't know me or Ross's story. You can actually see some of Ross's story on our YouTube, but we both grew up in poverty, man, in the east side of San Antonio, Texas. We linked up together and we kind of stuck together from high school on till now. My thing, and I can tell you one story that every parent can tell you. All these kids on our team, I pursued these players, right? And because I'm not from here, believe me, every single one of these parents told me no, Ken. All of them told me no. But something that I teach these kids is that persistence will beat resistance every time, right? So I constantly knock on that door. I constantly stayed in communication. I constantly worked on these parents until they changed their mind. So whatever it is you want out of life, man, stay persistent with it, right? Let your will carry you all the way through. Do not let anybody deny you from what you want.
Yeah. So like I say, we're gonna get into, I say, about a minute 27 seconds of a little bit later of your motivation when you was talking about how like the instance with I think it was Terry Hagler.
My father-in-law.
That story, man. I thought it was very powerful. I thought that some of the kids need to hear that, because the perception that a person have of an athlete is that they never went through anything, and so I thought that pretty much explained everything, that one can go through, but you have to stay consistent, perseverance, persevere through any situation. So I would love to play that a little later, and but let's go to the next one. It says, sup NSC, I was at my middle school game. Did y'all win? He says, I heard you say something about brand of a champion. What is brand of a champion?
All right, brand of a champion. So brand of a champion is a nonprofit organization that focuses on youth athletes. So basically, man, it's not just football, any sport. We have track females and brand of a champion, some female basketball and male basketball players. So it's a nonprofit that provides academic preparation and skill development for all youth athletes. And if we provide the sport that you play, we'll kind of guide you along the way with that. But yeah, you can check us out on brandofachampion.com and on Instagram at brandofachampion for more information about that.
All right, so let's get we ain't really speak too much about the camo, right? What are some of the things that you feel like you guys that gives you guys an advantage and make you feel like you guys will come out with the victory?
I think our strengths are some of their weaknesses. One thing. Another is, I think experience and preparation, game, and then it's like I said, it's at the end of the day, it's not just the X's and O's, it's the Willie and the Joes, man. Talent, it's talent. Camo has talent, man, but I'll say this. We have a lot of players that people don't know. Not that they aren't good, but we kind of chose those kids for a reason. We got a kid by the name of Jalen Murphy, who's probably next to Nas. Him and Nas are the best safeties in the state of Georgia, easily. We got a leader and a dog at corner named, Anthony Hill. We got a running back named Kelston Tarver. Those are the guys that y'all don't know, right? That you'll be introduced to. We got a wide receiver named Lasiah Jackson. That's a 6'3" kid, probably runs a 4.6, 5.40. That's in the 8th grade.
Man, you sure you ain't mentioning college kids? That would have seemed like, man. It seemed like your recruit was college, man.
Hey, that's how we built this team. We built this team to look like a varsity team. That's how this team was built. And we picked players that weren't popular to people because we wanted to coach them up. We wanted to show people how good coaching can transform an organization, transform a program, and transform a kid. A lot of these kids have the talent. They don't have the confidence. Like you said, the coaches who aren't willing to prepare the kid for the next level, what's going to happen to them? Not only are they going to disappear, but the kids who have talent but don't have the skill set are going to disappear. Those kids don't get the coaching that they're supposed to get to be better. So you lose all those kids. So we went out and found all those kids that weren't getting good coaching and brought them in and coached them up. So they'll be household names by the end of this year.
So you take need over talent?
Oh, every time. Hey, they'll tell you every time. Hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard all day.
Yeah. Nah, so I think some of the things that I think that Camo does have to offer, as far as on the defensive end, I feel like they pretty stingy. And when they did lose to the team, like it was early in the season. So now I feel like they kind of finding their identity, which is why I feel like, as far as the Generation Next, that they're looking at that, as opposed to that one loss. Because I guess you said you were tied against Miami Garden.
Miami Gardens, yeah.
Yeah, so y'all didn't lose. So they did lose. So I'm guessing that it's the later games that they had the reason why they giving them, the number 5 spot. Which I was kind of shocked.
They didn't play in the later games.
Yeah, I was shocked, and I was like,
who you got?
I had you guys. This was my order. I had Duluth number 1. I had Rossi Lee number 2. I had Rampage number 3. I had the Miami number 4. I didn't even have Camo in top 5. Then I had what's that team? City Life. I had them. I had them at like in the top 5. So I didn't even have Camo in that bracket, because I didn't think that they were ready to play those type of teams, at least now. But like I said, they found somewhat of an identity. Now it depends on their offense. I've never really known them for having the best offense. So if they able to make their defense translate to offense, I feel like they have a great chance in winning. But you saying you 2 touchdowns better. So
I think the game will be what you think the score gonna be?
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. If Camo is if they're stingy on defense, playing the way that I believe that they will, I would say about 14-12, 14-7.
All right. So we're gonna be missing our kicker this game, and probably like 2 other players. If we wasn't missing those other players, I think the score would be 28-7. Since we're missing those players, I think it'll be 21-7 at worst case. Worst case.
We're not too off. We're not too far off.
Worst case scenario, 21-7.
All right. So then we got the next week we got LA Rampage. So they rank number 1 in the nation, right? Which,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, them being higher ranked, you love it because it gives you guys basically added motivation. So how do you feel like you guys fare against them?
I think it's going to be a good game. Now they have some different obstacles in comparison to Camo. Not to, I'm not gonna down any kids or anything, but I think LA Rampage's quarterback is more developed than Camo's quarterback, and I think just like in the NFL, man, the best quarterback usually wins the game. So with him being there, their offense is a little bit more evolved than Camo's, and their defense is pretty decent. I don't know how they can handle a dog fight if you just start pounding it down on them. But I think the LA Rampage game will be a good game for us. But I think that one might be 28-7.
28.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, coach,
y'all defense.
I'm definitely interested in looking forward to seeing y'all defense because you ain't giving nobody above 7.
So I'm gonna tell you like this: Miami Garden scored twice in regulation. Southside Ducks scored once. CAA scored when our second team was in. Who was our fourth game? The other team we played Dark Horse out of North Carolina. They didn't score any touchdowns. So out of 4 games, our defense gave up 2 touchdowns. And we didn't play any recreational team. We played good teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say this. I still got Duluth 1. Even though you kind of persuade me, to kind of
Duluth is good. I don't think they can beat us though. They're good. They're good though.
And then I got I actually said City Like Raptors. I have them in the top 10, but I meant Clock Boys.
Clock Boys, I like what Clock Boys is doing. I don't think they can beat us per se. But I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. If I take us out the equation, I think the best teams in the nation right now probably, and not in order, I would say I like that Duval team, that Jags team, Rampage team, Duluth, and then you have Duluth, Rampage, Duval. I'll throw the Clock Boys in there. But other than those 4 teams, I don't think I can't think of anybody else right now.
So are you guys if they have it, are you guys participating in a Born to Compete?
Like I said, if the logistics are right, we can do it. If us and Duluth split the gate, we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything we get goes back into our kids. So that gate will help them get opportunities for more things to come.
All right, so Coach, let's go back because I think we're getting too far away from the what they saying. So go up to Junkyard Dog. It's up. It's the J up all the way up. Yeah. All right. So it says the 26 is going down. DMV Knights for the win. Who you got winning that? DMV versus OG Ducks. This is 11U.
I don't really know too much about the 11U right now. I only know the Georgia teams. That's all.
Oh man, they stack. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a close game. As far as I think it'll be like a 1-point victory. And right now, I gotta do a little more breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do a little more assessment before I figure that one out. Go to the next one. Okay. Thanks, AJ Boy. Wow, yeah, Clock Boys are nice. It says I came in late. What team does this coach with? He's with Ross Elite. It says what team does this coach with? I came in late. Ross Elite. So I said, absolutely, coach, get a free education. That's what I used to tell my players. You want to use your talent to get a free education. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
It says, what are some future colleges for that Ross Elites are has scheduled?
Yeah. Well, we're going to UT actually in like 3 weeks. We're going to University of Texas. When we go to Texas, we're going to play the San Antonio. No, yeah, the Texas Seminoles out of San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. So UT, Texas Longhorns.
Okay. Since you will not have a 14U next year, what's next for Ross Elite?
I think we're gonna. Me and Ross talked about dropping back down to 10U, starting from 10U and then going back up.
That's kind of what Sean did. He dropped down to the 10. Go to the next. It says, brand of a champion. That's what's much needed in our student athletes. Yeah. You know, and I'm gonna definitely follow that, you know, a lot more, you know, so I can also spread the word of that. Cause like I say, man, it's about these babies developing, you know, and stuff like that. So whatever I can do to help. It says, what's the magic that allowed you and Coach Ross to work so well together?
Selfless. Shoots. Nothing that we do is for us. Everything is for the program and for the kids. They first.
And then the same person, Miss Mike,
Toughest
Mrs. Mike.
competition.
Yeah, it says, what team do you think is your toughest competition?
Uh,
That's a
on
great
on
question.
on our schedule, it'll be LA Rampage. Off the schedule, it'll be Duluth.
It says Ross Elite, IHOP boys. What?
And that's our O line. That's what they call themselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, man, y'all in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all new and hit the like button. You know, we building the community, and you know, we just want to make sure that you guys become a part of it. So it says, why did AVA 13? Why did AVA 13 you duck Ross Elite?
Well, I don't think they ducked us. I think we were scheduled to be on their schedule like 2 weeks later. So it was best for them, I guess, decided not to play us at that time. But we are looking for a game October 3rd. Anybody who's on here 13, you want to come to Georgia, we do need a game for October the 3rd. So hit up Ken as y'all subscribe. If Ken can get in touch with any 13 users that want to play us October 3rd, let them know and let us know if y'all want to message us.
Definitely. Yeah. So, coach, man, we ain't gonna hold you too much longer. You know, I definitely appreciate you coming on, but I do gotta get a matchmaking team that you would love to see play. It could be any age.
Oh man. I heard you tell the Duluth boys about them playing rare breeds 13U last year.
Yeah, speak to it.
Nah, we ain't mess with them boys, man. They was something else. I think
Hey.
our boys would be all right, but nah, he grabbed lightning in a bottle with that one, man. He grabbed lightning in a bottle with that group. I don't see nobody beating. I don't know what year or what team you want to put together. I don't know if anybody can beat them.
Yeah, I did a bracket too, coach. I did a
Yeah,
bracket and I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but I
nah,
did it with I believe Coach Reggie for RDU. And I literally had RDU in their prime. I think it was 10U at the time. I had Welcome All Panthers in that, you know, in their prime. I had obviously Red Breeds. I had Atlanta Ducks. I had like a whole bunch of players. I had Ben Hill. I believe it was if it was like the 90s or something like that. So I had a lot of good teams. I would say classic teams, but I still had them winning. I still, because what I've seen in these kids, like I've never really seen in the organization. And I've played, you know, and I got friends that are professional, and I've played and I've seen a lot of teams play, and none of them had the mentality that they had. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had them.
nah,
But George would beat them. Rossi Lee versus
Yeah, I mean,
Breeze? Or
I don't see any. You know, you got to obtain. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So my dream matchup would have been our boys against them. That would be my dream matchup.
okay, man. Hey, enough said, man. Like I say, Coach, I definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
We supposed
appreciate
to be at the Saturday game, at 8 o'clock.
it. Mhm.
And so hopefully we'll see you there. And like I say, so far, I have my pick with Duluth. I'm gonna stick to it until y'all
Yeah,
show me otherwise. Hopefully we get a chance to see it, see it happen. And I see why your group of players have the mindset that they have because you are very well respected, and I appreciate you coming on. But I wanted to share this one thing. Do you got it? It was some on Instagram. It's like a motivational quote that I feel like everybody needs to hear. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna play like 20 a minute and 27 seconds of it.
Mhm.
Because when y'all hear this, man, I think y'all get it. You'll get it because it was another one, I believe, with the Will Smith.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if that was on your page, but I did see it
Yeah, those are
when
from my
he
page.
was saying that it's Coach DU DU, yeah, RRELL. Is it underscore Coach?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, underscore STEE. Yeah, right there. So go down. But yeah, for those who are in the chat, man, I just feel like this was so powerful, man, that we need to hear this because I think this will take you a long way in life.
Mhm.
Go down. Go down. Go to the mic.
A low point in my life,
Can you
and
hear
I
it, Coach?
decided to challenge
Yeah.
myself. I've always been optimistic, so this time I just didn't want to think positive. I wanted to do positive. I wanted to practice um, the ideologies that I believed in. So I knew my father-in-law had a friend he went to college with. Just so happened it was Steve Harvey. So I told myself, I said, without a plan, I'm going to will my way to Los Angeles. I had never been to Los Angeles before. And again, this was a low time in my life, so I needed to prove to myself that everything that I told youth, everything that I told children underneath me, everything that I told people that believed in me, that I believed in it, right? That anything that you say you can do, you can do. And that is not just crap. So I told my father-in-law, I'm going to take you to Los Angeles, California, and I'm not only going to take you there, I'm going to get you on the Steve Harvey show, and I'm going to make a point to where I get you and Steve Harvey to meet each other again. The reason I said this is because Steve Harvey spoke with him before on one of his shows. He went to college with him. His name is Terry Hagler, and he talked about how he was cracking jokes, and Terry Hagler jumped across the room and choked him. But at this time, I was at a low point, and I wanted to prove to myself that I am as powerful as I say I am. So, no money at the time, not enough money to buy 2-3 flights to California, but somehow I made a way. Buddies chipped in, and I got there. I got a hotel room, and I applied to be on the Steve Harvey show, and I got it. Now, once I got there, I didn't know that there's a chance that you can't get on the show, right? That they accept all of these people when it's first come, first serve. There's this long line, a street long, as long as the street goes, a line of people standing there hoping to get into the show. So me, my wife, and my father-in-law stood in this line, this hopeful line, after we took this trip across the country from Georgia to Los Angeles, California. And we wake up in the morning, we stand in a line after we done wheeled our way there and away, to get in the line. We're standing there, and we get all the way up there, and then we're able to get access to be allowed inside of the show. So I've willed that far. Once we get into the show, now I'm battling this pride thing of am I too proud to embarrass myself by trying to get Steve Harvey's attention, right? So at this time, I'm trying to lock eyes with him. We were sitting in the back, and for some reason, they moved us to the front. Man, we're on the front row of the Steve Harvey show, right? Me, my wife, and my father-in-law. I'll say maybe 10 feet away from him. So he's doing the show, and in between the show, a lot of people, never been there. Obviously, in between the show, he does stand-up, basically. So he's doing stand-up, and he's asking questions, and I'm trying to make eye contact. I'm praying to God that for some reason he says something to me, which he has no reason to, or he sees my father-in-law, which just is over 20, 30 years, 40 years he hadn't seen him. So how would he know who he was? So it came to a point where I had to, of course, will my way, right? I had to step out of myself and do something that I would normally not do. So I basically make eye contact and I wave him down. I call him over and I asked him, does he know my father-in-law? And here he is. He did. He recognized him. He remembered him. He called him down. They had a good embrace, exchanged information. And the low moment I had maybe, 2 weeks before that went away. It was a reminder that I am as powerful as I say I am.
All right, stop right
there. Reminder to keep doing the work that I'm doing. In between.
All right, so.
Oh yeah, that was a good one right there, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I played that to say this. Everybody in this group chat, you as powerful as you say you are. And I played that because he said he took away pride. He stepped outside of himself for his dad, for his stepfather, to make sure that he, reunite them. And he was selfless in the process. And he persevered. He didn't take no as an answer. Look, man, all y'all that's striving to be what y'all want, you can't take no for an answer. You're going to get no's. But like he said, he turned resistance. And what is it, Coach? I turned resistance.
Yeah, persistence beats resistance every time.
Every time. So I had to let you guys know that, because this show ain't just going to be about, you guys just coming in talking sports. I got to give y'all a little insight and a motivation for you guys to have in the know-how, you feel me, as far as knowing how to take the next step in, a leap of bound, and understand that what you think is powerful when you put action to it. So understand that, man. And Coach, I definitely appreciate you being on here. Just give us one last word, as far as like what was your thought when you was able to make that happen, and what would you tell to them, before we head out?
Yeah, well, shoot, my thought is, man, there's gonna be constant moments in our lives when we forget what we're here for. Sometimes days run together so long that you just get lost. I think what I try to instill in the people that I love and care about around me is that we have to create these positive practices to remind ourselves what we're capable of and what we want out of life. For me, when I wake up in the morning, I listen to a certain guy, and he hits those marks for me to remind me to do the things that I set out to do with my life, which is provide opportunities for underprivileged youth. And for the kids, we try to put constant reminders for them if they say they want to be successful in sports. These are the things that you constantly have to do. A lot of people see the end result They see the final product and they think that they can practice the final product. There is a process before the product. That's what we have to practice. So my thing is, man, create positive practices for yourself, and you'll definitely get where you want to be.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure, if like I said, if y'all new, subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already. Like I said, I knew this one's gonna be a little more informative because I was able to look at some of the coaches' content. But man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I'm out. Thank you for tuning in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you.